This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up? Back with another one. So Cam is speaking on New York hip-hop culture. Check it out.
The Lox was considered underdogs to me, which they shouldn't have been. They had music, and I think that because Dipset is so flamboyant and we got great music, we got anthems, and when we go into stadiums or clubs, people sing along, I think that people were underestimating the music that the Lox had, the features they've done over the years, the work that they put in. And I remember us all in the studio talking about Dipset, and we like listening to Lox songs, and I just see everybody, not just Dipset, because I was in the studio. Shout out to my man Shula. There's a few niggas, and they just was like, damn, I forgot about that. Oh shit, I forgot they had that one. I'm just sitting there like, this what niggas wanted, right? Let's do it. But we still was prepared. We was ready. But what happened is New York, to me, my personal opinion, niggas fuck with us, but not fuck with us. And when I say that is that we've been rocking for such a long time, it's that it ain't necessarily that niggas fuck with Dipset, they got to deal with it, because we workaholics. We gonna keep putting music out. We gonna keep being in your face. We gonna keep styling on you. We gonna keep making music, not just music being fly talking, etc. And the Lox really has some good music, and they ain't come to play no games. Now, that was the first verses that went the way it went. Usually verses go, you do a song, they do a song. We do a song, they do a song. They just took advantage of opportunity, started ringing off songs back to back, start talking crazy. Joel said, y'all ain't got no for the beats. That nigga, shout to DJ Technician, that nigga throwing the Mariah Carey shit. I said, oh, this ain't going right. Then when Jadakiss threw the Biggie shit on, I said, nope, this ain't going right. This is not right. Now, mind you, we losing bad the whole night from the beginning. So I had a freestyle ready that I was going to do towards the end of the night. But we was down so bad when I was about to do it, the crowd didn't even want to hear it and started booing. I was like, this is just f***ed up. Everything went left that night. Yeah. But those is like my so I didn't really mind losing to them like that. I could listen, you guys, because I called it right afterwards, like, yo, good win, man. We gonna get the tour going. This, that, and the third. Y'all deserved that one. That was dope. What happens the next day? The tour people call. We're gonna have to cancel this tour. What happened? Why did the tour cancel? Because it was a part of the show where Styles sat on my beach chair and we got into a little, a brotherly little tussle. That wasn't none. I went and seen Styles the next day, gave him a hug. That's my brother. But the tour people was like, that didn't look safe. And I'm like, nah, that's my man. It wasn't even like that. It's like, no. And then it was mention of gang-related activity while you guys were on stage. So Chicago dropped out, Milwaukee dropped out, and St. Louis dropped out because it was, people mentioning stuff about gangs on stage. And we're going to have to reconsider the whole tour.
Cameron recently reflected on the historic Dipset and the Lox battle, offering a brutally honest breakdown of what really happened that night and why things went sideways for his crew. He admitted that the Lox were seen as the underdogs going in, though he never thought they should have been, because they had deep catalogs, major features, and a long history of consistent work. Cam explained that Dipset's flashy image and anthem-heavy catalog made people underestimate just how strong the Lox's music was, even within Dipset's own camp. He described how, in the studio before the battle, they were listening to the Lox tracks and people kept saying, I forgot about that one, realizing just how many classics they had. Despite being confident and ready, Cam felt that New York had a complicated relationship with Dipset, that fans supported them but not fully, partly because Dipset had been dominating for so long with style, swagger, and constant output. He gave the Lox major credit for coming prepared and treating it like war, especially when the DJ started spinning back-to-back records and Jadakiss threw on the Biggie track, which Cam immediately knew signaled trouble. He admitted the crowd turned on Dipset, and even his freestyle, which he planned to end the night with, was booed because they were losing so badly. Still, he took the loss with class, calling the Lox right afterward to congratulate them and talk about continuing the tour together.